Hey, what's up? So, I've I haven't really made a video on this channel for a while, and I was thinking, fuck it. You know, I was actually just, looking around on YouTube for some content, about transitioning myself. Um, and made me realize, hey, why not fucking make some content on my transitioning channel? Um, just whatever the fuck I can think of, like, first thing that comes to mind. And first thing that came to mind, yeah, why not make a video talking about, wearing hyper feminine clothing, as a trans woman? I'm sure we all have done it. I'm sure. And yeah, you can all say, yeah, look at me, I'm wearing hyper fem clothing, yeah? The reason why I'm wearing hyperfem clothing is because I was actually. I'm actually. Before I started recording this, I was actually just wearing underwear, just wearing some knickers. Um, but, you know, I had to put something on. And recently, I've actually. I've let myself experiment, seeing, wait, my body has feminized enough that why do I need to affirm things with clothes, yeah? There's a certain point where, you know, if you medically transition, yeah, I feel that you don't need to be overcompensating wearing hyper feminine clothes. Like, I'm sure we've all done it. Like, at the start of, all our transitions, if we, don't just view it as, oh, this is just a medical thing, rather, you know, we socially transition before medically, which that's the path that I went. Um, and yeah, I really was using, you know, hyper feminine clothing to really affirm my gender identity. And now I feel, that can work. That can really work wearing hyper feminine clothing when you're starting to transition, when you're starting your social transition. Because, clothes can do a lot. Clothes really can do a lot. Though, once you start, especially HRT, yeah, your body, starts to feminize, you grow tits. Okay, I know it may look like this ain't tit. This is tit, mate. This is tit. Like, this does poke a little bit more through the clothes. Actually, no, yeah. Let me just, that's tit. Woo! Um so yeah. When Before you get to that point, like, I could just wear a t-shirt and pants and walk out and be like, "Hey, what's up, mate?" And, I'd be gendered as a woman. But before you get to that point, you know, I feel it really does help wearing hyper feminine clothing. Yes, some people may think you're a prostitute. But no. That's not why, us trans women wear hyper feminine clothing at the start. Um, the reason why I say that you may look like a prostitute is because for those of us who've been in that industry, realize that, the way that, you dress in that industry is wearing hyper femme and revealing clothes. Now, there is a way to not look like a prostitute when, you know, you are wearing hyper feminine clothing. For example, don't wear revealing things. Like, hippie stuff like this doesn't look prostitute. My underwear might say otherwise, but like, when you start a new transition, like, I don't want to stand up because my undies, like, will show a little bit of, you know, something. But when you start a new transition, get some nice dresses like this. You know, very conservative dresses. Like this. Get a conservative dress. I'm not standing up because, like, then it will become a porn show. Because what I'm wearing down there. But yeah, when you're starting to, you know, transition and you're using clothes and shit, wear something nice, conservative. Don't wear something revealing. Let me find something revealing. Actually, you know what? I just found something I found in the side of the road in Sydney. I'll just put that on. I'll put that on. Fuck. Just let me put it on. Probably like a bit small. Who gives a shit if it shows a bulge or whatnot? Because this is a channel on being trans anyway. You know. Okay. Fucking. So, you see here, I can wear anything and my curves, look, my curves show that, I'm, you know, I don't need to affirm with clothes. Okay, you know, sometimes I may wear clothes a bit looser to hide that. That's still affirming shit with clothes, yeah? Wearing a bit looser. But let's find something that's nice versus something which is makes you look like a prostitute. Okay, this is inside out. This is nice. This is nice. Bit, you know, bit on the edge. But this shit won't really make you look like a prosy too much if you're wearing hyper femme clothes. Now, you walk around, oh my god, let me find something. Also, this is nice. You won't look like a prosy whatsoever with this. Whatsoever, you won't look like a prosy with that. But say you try and affirm your gender with, say, let me find something like this. This is very fucking affirming. This is. Now, you don't look like a prosy wearing something like this. You look, come fuck me. But, you know, you pull it off well, you know, it's nice and it's not come fuck me. This is some things you have to learn when you start to transition. Now, let me find an example of something that one may wear around. Okay, good example. You wear... I used to do the same, like wear shit like this around. If you want to find a crop top, find one that's big. Find a big one. That way people won't think prosy. Something small like this, as fucking affirming as it is, people will think prosy. You know, don't wear anything small and skimpy. Now, also, when you start a new transition, I will not recommend wearing a t-shirt and pants. Don't do that. You know, looks a bit mask. But when you transitioned, you know, maybe give it at least a year, maybe even a year and a bit on HRT. Go out, wear a t-shirt and, you know, like pants. You'll look fucking great. Now, do I have some pictures of me in t-shirt and pants? I do. Okay. Let's find it. Now, does that not look stunning, yeah? Does that... I hope my tits don't fucking show on camera, because I don't care if you see my tits. What I do care about is, you know, having to edit them out so I can put this on YouTube, because I'm a lazy bitch. But you see shit like that. Now, that's what you can pull off when you're medically transitioned. You know, at least a year. I just built up the confidence to go out and do that. You know what I mean? Like, even... You probably say, like... fuck off Facebook Messenger notifications. Fuck off random... Yeah, fuck off notifications. Yeah, go suck my she-dick. But... notifications? Are you... Fuck off notifications. Are you seriously kidding me? You kidding me? Oh... Okay. Okay, so you say that there is a little bit of tit showing. But, you know, it doesn't show too much. It's more the hips that emphasize the femme look and the face. Which that does feminize, and I'm noticing that my face is feminizing even more so. But what I'm saying is, you know, as you're starting your transition, you have to be very careful what clothes you wear in order to have a feminine appearance. And as you transition more and more and more, like, you know, give it like a year or so on HRT, you do not need to give a fuck about what you wear. Now, you know, you can tell what's in my pants by what I was, you know, my pants that I'm wearing. You can tell. And this channel, I feel, is a safe space for, you know, transition related things, yeah? And normally I wouldn't go out with that flopping out unless I was trying to be a thought. You know, I'd have to want to sell myself to have that flopping out. But that's my dysphoria. But yeah, as you all see, you know, what clothes you can wear in a feminine way, it really depends at the stage you are at your transition. Now, I would recommend wear conservative feminine clothing at the start. Now, I think this video has been educational enough, but hope this has all been like informative to everyone watching. Bye, everyone.